Today, we're diving into a story about how a single decision, sparked by a shocking video in a high school class, could set off a chain reaction. It's a choice that would divide a family, inspire a great love story, and eventually launch a global mission.
It's a huge question, isn't it? We've all wondered about those little turning points in life. Well, for a young man named Urish, the answer was a huge, undeniable yes. Let's get into how one moment completely reshaped his world. So, our story kicks off where so many big life changes do, in those messy, formative teenage years, where a single experience can really just change the whole game. Okay, so first, let's meet Urish. Picture him at 16. He's just a regular kid, he loves sports, hanging out with his friends, and he especially loves his mom's home cooking. Totally normal, totally relatable. Until one day at school. And this was the spark. As part of a school project, Urish watches this video, and it just lays bare the brutal reality of factory farming. The images of the animals, their suffering, the confinement, it just hit him. Hard. It woke up something inside him, a deep sense of compassion he never knew he had. And that was it. That same night, he's at the dinner table, and he just can't. He pushes his plate away, and right there, he makes this quiet, personal promise to himself. He would never eat meat again. This wasn't just some phase, it was day one of a lifelong journey. But, a huge decision like that, it doesn't just happen in a bubble. As you can probably guess, it sent ripples through his entire household, almost immediately. And suddenly, the family was split right down the middle. On one side, you had what you could call Team Compassion. Ursh's conviction was so powerful that his younger brother Santosh and, eventually his mom Veena, came over to his side. But on the other side, his father, a man who really valued tradition and just could not wrap his head around this sudden change. This was his dad's first reaction. He just saw it as a kid thing, a fleeting, idealistic phase that he'd grow out of. He was basically patting him on the head and saying, "Sure, kid." But then the tension really started to build, especially when Urish's mother decided to join him. To his father, it felt like the family traditions, the meals they all shared, were being thrown away. This stopped being about food and started being about their family's identity. All right, so let's fast forward a few years. Urish is an adult now, still holding strong to that promise he made as a teenager. And this is where the story takes a brand new, life-changing turn. He meets a woman named Kashmira at a club, and there's this instant spark. She's just bursting with energy and curiosity. And in a very funny, very human moment, she actually fibs a little about her age, trying to seem older. Of course, she comes clean pretty quickly, and that honesty just made their connection even stronger. So you've got this classic setup, right? The dedicated, lifelong vegan and the curious meat eater. But here's the key. Kashmira wasn't dismissive at all. She was genuinely fascinated by his commitment. She respected it, and she started asking a lot of questions. And all that curiosity and respect led her to say, okay, I've got to try this. So with Urish's support, she decided to do her own little experiment, go vegan for just 1 month. That 1 month led to this whole new feeling, which ultimately led to a change that would stick for life. And what a month it was. The results were pretty incredible. Physically, she felt amazing, lighter, way more energy. But it was more than that. She finally got it. She truly understood the deep compassion that was driving him. Her little 1-month experiment, it became her new way of life, and their bond became unbreakable. So now, they aren't just a couple. They're a team, totally united by love and this powerful shared mission. And their personal journey was about to go global. After they got married, they took off on this incredible trip around the world. First up, Asia. They just dove headfirst into these ancient cultures, discovering all these amazing, vibrant plant-based dishes that people have been eating for centuries. From there, it was on to Europe, a completely different vibe. Here they were navigating these huge, bustling cities and exploring the super modern, trendy vegan scenes that were popping up everywhere. And then in Africa, their mission got even bigger. They were connecting with the most incredible wildlife, learning all about conservation, and really seeing how compassion for farm animals connects to loving the entire planet. So across every single continent, their goal was clear. They were using their travels to promote veganism, talk about sustainability, and share their stories through their blog and social media, all in the hope of sparking that same feeling of compassion in other people. And here's the beautiful full circle moment. While they were out seeing the world, something was quietly changing back home. Yersh's father, the one who was so against it all, was following their journey online and seeing them, seeing their purpose. He started to get it. He never became a full vegan, but he started eating more plant-based meals. A small step for him, but a giant leap for their family. So after years of travel, Urish and Kashmira came home. They were ready to take everything they learned, everything they'd shared, and build something permanent. And this is what they built. They poured all of that passion and experience into creating a farm sanctuary, a real physical safe haven for rescued animals, the very kind that started this whole journey for Urish years ago. But their sanctuary wasn't just a home for animals. It became a hub for education. They started giving weekend tours, holding cooking classes. It's where Urish's story truly came full circle. From being inspired by a video to creating a physical space that could inspire countless others to live with more compassion. And that brings us right back to where we started. Urish's story is just this powerful testament to how one decision, rooted in a single moment of compassion, can create these unbelievable waves of change. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What single compassionate choice could you make today that might just change everything?